Hello guys, you are welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Posse Code and I'm very glad to be your face again. So today we are going to be doing something very great, and we are going to be creating a payroll using Excel. And in this payroll, I've already itemized the headings so that you're going to, in case you want to create yours. So this is what you're going to create when you want to create your heading. You don't really need to create much. The first name, the last name, the hourly pay. Let me quickly explain all of this cells to you. This is the first name of the person. This is the last name, and this is the hourly pay. Okay, this is the week hours, and the week hours this particular column. This is the week hours. Okay, this is the week hours. This is the hourly pay. The hourly pay here simply typifies what, like, how much are you going to be paying per hour, and here it simplifies the amount of hours that person needs to work per week. So the week is starting by January 1st, as at the time of this video. Um, okay, let us just leave it that way. It's because I'm recording this. I just decided to use January 1st, 2024. So another one is what is total pay. That means the total pay here is now going to be the multiplication of the hourly pay by the number of hours that was worked. So let us start. So you might be wondering, how did I create this? The only thing I just did here is this. Uh, I'm going to do the same thing again. Okay, I'm going to show you how I created this, and you're going to come. All right, so now let me show you. So this is how this is normally. Okay, when you write this, it's going to be, this is the total. Okay, let me just show you. Now, this is what I wrote, which is employee role, okay, and employee payroll. So what I did was to drag this as long as how I want my spreadsheet to stretch thus far. So when I did that, everything here became employee payroll. So what I did was to merge all of this into one sentence, like into one place, so that it's going to be centered over as a title over my spreadsheet. So what do? I can just click on merge and center. Okay, it's going to bring this. Just click on what? Okay, and that is going to be done. All right. So that is just what I did. So here, and if you look at this table, you're going to see maximum, minimum, average, total. I'm going to be showing you how to get all of this as we are going on. So first thing first, we are going to generate hourly pay. So the hourly pay here is going to be between the hours of, let us say, between the hours of 30, let me just say the hourly pay now, let's just say between 25 and 35. All right. So I'm going to say between 25. So now I just don't want to write random. Okay, I just want this thing to generate what's it called, random figures for me, and that will be the first lesson I'm going to be showing you in using Excel formula. So what I want to do is, I just don't want to keep writing a case whereby I want to, this is actually a project, and I'm not working with the exact figure. I'm just doing this from the top of my head. So I want to just generate some random numbers. In a case whereby you also want to practice, you can also use this to also generate some random numbers. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to write equals to. Equals to is what we use in starting our function statement. So when I write that, I'll click on random. That's rand in between. This is what you are going to be using. Rand in between, then bottom. Now the bottom here is going to be, let's say, I said between 25 and what, and 35. Then you click it, then you close the bracket and you click on enter. Okay, so now what you just need to do here is to click on every part, like you want to drag everything down. So what I will do is I can just simply drag everything here down, or instead of me dragging everything down, I can just click on any part of the cell, then check till I have this plus sign here, then double click it. Okay, so now the next thing I want us to do here is this. If you look at it, I have all of these things set out and all of that. So um you might be wondering, in your case, you might not really have the dollar sign there. How did I turn this to dollar? It's very simple. Let me show you what you might be doing in a case where probably you are trying to follow me. I'll click on Control Shift down to select every other thing. Then you see this place where you have accounting and all of that. So what I did was to click on general and all. So this general is what you might be seeing during your own, which is the general figure. All right, so what I did was to come to where I have this symbol. Now this general, or this particular part of the toolbar, is telling us the formats that are numbers can be depending on what you want to use it for. For example, I can decide that this is going to be, you see, this is showing you that it has about, that this is 1 decimal place, right? That's going to be 2 decimal place, 3 decimal place, 4 decimal place, and all of that. Okay, so but in this case, I'm going to take it back to the just number, all right, which is just ordinary number and general stuff. All right, so but I want to make this a currency. So what I just need to do is to come to this place. So in your case, you might see general, and you have to come to accounting. Okay, in a case whereby you are using another version of Excel, so you might have to come to accounting, then you choose $sign. Now, if you are using euro, you can just come here and choose euro sign, or choose United if it is pound you're using, or you want to use euro. Okay, you can decide to use yen, Chinese, and all of that. So, but in this case, we are using United States dollar. Okay, so that is it. So another thing I want us to see is I want us to generate. I want us to actually look at something. Watch, you see that this is going to, it keeps mutating, like it keeps changing. If I come to this place and come to this place, and if I click this, at every instant of what I did, this thing keeps changing. So what I will do is this: I will click on everything here, then Control Shift down. Now under this Control Shift down, what I'm going to do is this: I'm going to copy. All right, I'm going to Control C copy. So the thing is, when I copy, I'm not going to paste this as a value, okay, as just ordinary value. Now if I place this as ordinary value, you're going to see that it's not going to change again. You see 34, 30, and everything, then it's on the normal stops now. So here, well, let's see this is 34, this is 35. No, I don't want you to have more than 30. Let's see 30. Okay, 30. Let me say this is also, let me just put 29. Yeah. So now let me just leave the rest of it like that. Why Posico, which is the CEO, is going to be having like 25. All right. So now let's have that. So now this is going to be the hourly pay of each of the employee. So now the next thing I want to do is I want to check how much am I going to be paying them. Are you getting that? Like, not just how much I'm going to be paying them. Now, for me to know how much I'm going to be paying them, I need to know the amount of hours they worked per week. Okay. Now, in a week, now this 1st January shows that would be the whole week. Now, probably 5 working days or 7 working days. So the next one will start by probably 8th of January. That means which is the next week. Okay. So now here in this particular case, I might want to be like, okay, let me see how much I'm going to be paying each employer at the end of the week. Okay, so for me to know that, I need to know the total amount of hours they work per week, right? So that means we might need to generate that. We're also going to use that round between. Okay, then the bottom, now the highest hour that someone can work is between 40 hours. Okay, so let me just say between hours, but there are some that might decide to work overtime. Let's just say 40 to 46 hours. Let me say 35 to 46 hours. Okay, let's say 35 to 46, right? Okay, sorry. All right, then I'll close the bracket and I'm going to be having 43. Then I'll do the same thing down, and every one of them is going to be selected. So now here, I think here is done right now. So what I need to do is to do the same thing. I will Control C, then come to this place and paste my values. All right. So the O value is pasted. Then I'm going to change this guy. This is for C code for kind of line. So I'm going to be having about 50 workers in a week. Yeah. So now this is what I'm going to do. So since I already have this, I will be 50 workers in a week, and yeah. Now the total pay. How much are we going to be paying this person? The total pay in this case is going to be the multiplication of the hourly pay by the total hours that was worked in a week. And how are we going to do that? You just need to press equal to, then you click on the cell you want to multiply. Okay, and also you also click on the cell you want to multiply. Okay, now if you want to select it, just click on Control, then you click the second selection you want to, and after that, now this is what I'm going to do. You know, we are going to multiply. Let me show you that again. You click on equal to, then you select the cell you want to do. Okay, multiplied. All right. Then in this case now, once you multiply it by the number of hours, right? Then that would be multiplied, and the sign for multiplication is going to be star. Just click on star. Then after that, then you select the second guy you want to multiply. Then you click on what? Enter. Then it's going to multiply everything for you. The next thing you need to do is just to double click, and everything will autofill. All right, so when you double click that, everything's going to autofill. As I've said, you don't need to double click, you can just drag that. But I'm doing this in case whereby you are having a large data set, okay, whereby you don't need to, probably you have about 20,000 entries. You might not need to just click on or be dragging all the way down. You know, it's going to be very, very strenuous. So the next thing I want to check now, this is the total pay I'm paying this guy, this person in a week. Okay, so now we might want to look at how much, what is the total amount of money we are spending in a week. Okay, so let's come to this place. We have about the maximum person we are paying here. How are you going to check it? So just click on maximum, use a function, use equal to, then click on maximum, then the maximum here. Then when you click on this, then you select the cell you want to, the cell from which you want to select check for maximum. Then after that, you Control Shift, then down. Since we're actually clicking the whole of the thing, then click on what? Enter. All right. So the same thing is also going to be minimum. So when you click on minimum, you also choose equals to minimum, right? Then Control Shift, then you do the same thing. Control Shift down, and then enter. There you will find. Then the average also, you're also going to use the same average. So this is average function. You check average, then you go back to where you want to check, then Control Shift down, then click on enter. You see that everything has actually what calculated. You can see we have about the maximum is 25, 35, the minimum is 25, and the average is about 29.22. I think I tried for something like that. So then the next thing we want to check the total. Now in this case of total, you are not going to use you are not going to use minimum, average, or all of this. So what you are going to use, that you're going to be using the function called sum. Okay, sum. So when you click on sum, then the sum will ask for what do you want to sum together. Just click on the column, Control Shift down, then click on what? Enter, and everything is going to be summed. So that means that in a day, this particular company is paying about $526 for the company. Okay, so now let us now extend the whole of this to other aspects. So normally you might expect us to actually be writing maximum, minimum, and all of those things again. No, since we are actually we want to place each and every one of these, like we are going to be using the same formula format for each of those cells to determine the maximum, minimum, and average. We can easily do what? Reference the whole of the cell using the same formula and click. What you just need to do is just drag it down to where you want to check, and it's going to be what? Done. For example, the maximum hour that was worked here is about 50, and the maximum one that was paid is about $1,750. The same thing you also do here. You click on the cell. Okay. Yeah. So what I just want to do is to check what we have there. So that means that the minimum here is going to be the minimum here is about 37, I guess, and I think that is true. Then here also we're also going to drag this, and we're going to have that. Then here we're also going to drag this and drag this. So that is all. So now here we already see that the total amount that is being paid this worker per week is about 22,775. Now let us look at this. This is in dollars. We need to change this back to just ordinary numbers. Okay. So how are we going to do that? We just need to just Control Shift down to select where you want to select. Then you come to this accounting, you change it back to general. Okay, no specific one. And let us look at this. This average is giving us time. So let us reduce the decimal point to about 2. Okay. Now you come to this particular place whereby you have increased decimal, and this one is saying what? Decreased decimal. So we are going to decrease the decimal. Then that would be this. We decrease the decimal, and I think that's good. Yeah, let me just put this in. So that's going to be all right. So let's increase the decimal. I think we're fine. So this is going to be this for this video. This is going to be everything we need to be doing for this video, and that's all we need to do here. So tentatively, we are going to move on to the next thing we need to do, that we are going to what we can actually stick to make this thing. Okay, but I'm going to stop here, and next video we are going to do, I'm going to show you more of what you need to do. Okay, so see you in the next video. You don't need to do anything, don't touch that. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Like, subscribe. If you are subscribed, if you are coming for the first time, subscribe. Do not hesitate to subscribe. Drop a like and drop a comment. Please share this video to anybody that I want to upskill their game. Thank you. See you in the next video.